Welcome to another PC Sportscards PSA submission reveal. If you guys don't know, we are the biggest group submission out there. We send in over 12,000 cards per week, running on almost 4 straight months right now. We have 250,000 cards at PSA. You know, we sent in over 400,000 cards this year, so we're going to do some reveals. We're going to show you what's going out, what's coming back, so you guys have a better idea of what is going on with the market right now. Hopefully give you some insight into some of these cards so you get a better understanding. This is a standard submission, number 78. We sent this in on August 3rd. It got checked in on September 3rd. It was completed on December 10th, so it was about 3 months after check-in, about 4 months overall. $20 a card. The level is now $25 a card with a declared value limit of $4.99. So we're going to go through all the cards that came back, maybe stop along the way to go through some eBay stuff, tell you what's going on, give you guys an idea of what there is. If you want to see more information about what we do and watch more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel and you can see everything that's going on. We're going to be putting out a lot of content, so we want you guys to be involved and want you guys to see everything. So we'll start off. First card that you see, it's been sitting here the entire time I've been talking, is a 2020 Bowman Jason Dominguez paper rookie. So we got a lot of these that came in overall while we were doing this. This submitter did pretty well on them. You know, also sent in some chromes and some megas. These are all different variations of his first chrome card. You know, the good thing about standard submissions is that they're a little bit more eclectic than your regular. Sorry, let's focus again. They're a little bit more eclectic than your regular submissions that go in, like your bulk submissions. Sorry, I'm trying to get this a little bit more focused. There we go. That should be good. All right. Now we have Zion. This person sent in a bunch of Zions. Zion Mosaic. You guys have probably heard me talk about it. I'm not the biggest fan of Mosaic. I think it was a hot product over the summer, and I think it's gonna fade off to be an also ran. I think it's going to be below select, below select, and below optic as well when it comes down to the pecking order of valuable rookie cards. So, C9. We did put some new graphics in, so I'm hoping to use them today. Don't know much about them. I had somebody come and do them for me. I mean, I know what they are. I think some of them are pretty fun. As you can tell more, we got Ja Morant. We have Ja Morant NBA debut. What I want you folks to notice is that we have a lot of Mosaic cards coming back. So if you're sending Mosaic in, you might want to check those pop reports. Just so you know, we do have a new video that we're working on that will go over 10 to 20 of the more popular cards that get sent in, show how their pop reports change, show the numbers. So show if it's worth getting, if you get a 9, if it's worth sending it in. Used to be that getting 9s was not what you wanted. And now you're breaking even or making money getting 9s. It's a whole new world when it comes to cards. It's really changed a lot. Kawhi Mosaic PSA 8. Giannis Hyper Pink. Giannis Hyper Pink. Giannis Aspirations. Lots of basketball. This is a really, really good time to be getting basketball back. If you notice, a lot of these elite cards are 9s. I'm going to guess, without looking too closely at them, that the corners aren't super sharp. Every time you see me pull a card away, you can see this little green card. That's a Score Barry Sanders rookie that we'll get to a little bit later in this submission. So like I told everybody, we're going to do these every day that we get a submission back. We're going to make sure we get at least one reveal video out. We're also going to start doing quote-unquote, what's in the box videos is what we're going to call them. And those are going to be videos about what we're actually sending to PSA. So, all right, we got a Kobe White Mosaic here. Let's use this one as an example, right? Kobe White Mosaic, 2019 209 Panini Mosaic Kobe White. This one did get a 10. Let's just put PS. You know what? 211. All right. Scroll down. Sold items. No mosaic. No mosaic. No. These are base cards. Base cards. Base cards. Base cards. Base cards. That's a SGC 95. Who knows what that is? As a PSA 10, it's a $228 card. $228. Right? Raw. Let's find a raw one. It's pretty hard to find them. Just got to keep on scrolling until the right one comes up. All right. Let's go back up and just write minus PSA minus BGS. I mean, $47 is probably what it sells for a raw. So you went from 47 to 228 by just here a base and a raw, right? $38. It's probably $35 as a raw. $35. You spend 20 to get it graded, and all of a sudden it's worth $230, right? I'm gonna bet a PSA 9. I haven't looked this card up at all. I'm just guessing off of what we normally see. I'll bet a PSA 9 is somewhere like $90. PSA 9. Let's find a mosaic PSA 9. I don't know the pop port. There may not be many of them. PSA 9, $69.99, probably $50, right? You're still losing a few bucks, but you're mostly breaking even. I bet you would get more now than if you did it then, right? I bet you would get more. I bet that's $75. I bet you're making money on it. Bull, silver, PSA 9. So that leads us to talk about what to send in and what levels you want to send cards at. You know? So it used to be that you send it in bulk, comes back in a month or two, and you're fine. But now, when there's all these cards at PSA, what do? So, right now, we're talking December 15th strategy for 2021. What am I doing? I am buying up the football guys that I want to buy up, and I'm sending them in bulk. I'm sending them in bulk because I don't care when they come back. I don't care if they come back in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months. You know, I care. I want them back right before the football season. So that's basically what bulk is going to run me. It's going to run me to the football season. You know, I'll buy the cards that I want to buy, and I'll buy some low end, buy some high end, and I'll send them in, and they'll come back when they come back. Cool card, right? It'll cost me $15 a card for grading, but I don't care. That's cool. Zlatan, cool name. So I'll send them in. I'll get them back when they come back, and that's it. I'm not in a rush. I don't want to sell them in February, March, April, or May. I don't want to sink extra money to them. So if I'm planning on selling them in August anyway or September anyway, why am I going to spend $10 more or $50 more to get them back earlier? I'd rather them sit at PSA. If you want to talk about that strategy, look at people that sent in Mahomes Silvers. Mahomes Silvers were $1,400 when the Super Bowl happened. Right after the Super Bowl, they went down to $1,000 a card as a PSA 10, and we just had one in for $8,100. Right? You people were waiting and waiting and waiting. March, April, May, they started going up again. They were $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Instead of getting it back in January and selling it for $1,500, people got it back in May and sold it for $4,000. You didn't pay for the grading ahead of time. You didn't pay anything up front. Okay, so now I'm going to get upcharged an extra $40 on the back end. Who cares? I made an extra $4,000. Do not be penny rich and dollar poor. That's really what it comes down to. Just a reminder, guys, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you turn on notifications so you see when we go live or when you see when we post something new. So this person sent in Cody Bellingers. We got 5 of them and only 1 PSA 10. You know, that's a very low ratio. But if PSA 9s, again, I don't know Cody Bellinger market that well. We could look it up if we wanted to. But if you're breaking even, who cares? Find them and send them in. So we talked about football strategy a little bit, right? Please make sure you comment below. Tell us what your strategy is. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Are you sending in Herbert and Burrow for Express so you can move them right when they get back? You know, sometimes you have to send those in because you're going to get upcharged anyway. We got a Shaq refractor. PSA 9. Really, really well centered. Yeah, there's a little white up on the top corner over there. Little white over there. These back black borders make it really hard to get 10s. Luis Robert. So basketball strategy, you know, basketball season just started. What are you doing? It's going to take you a month to get your cards back if you send $65 a card. What are you sending in? You know, or are you planning for next year already, right? That's another strategy. You know, buy the low end and, you know that you're not going to sell until next year, but who really cares, right? Do you care if you draw them right? Do you believe in these guys long term? If you believe in them long term, the value is going to probably go up. So send them in for the lower dollar and get them back later. I think that the PSA 9 rate might change, right? Like you might get a smaller gap on PSA 9s. So maybe it's worth sending those in for the $25 card level, $4.99 standard. That's going to take 3 or 4 months. You'll get them back close to, or if not at the end of the NBA season. Got a PSA 5 here. So why do we get a PSA 5? If you look closely, there's a crease going right through the card over there. You can see it next to the Hawks. So that back crease, that was very easy to miss if you're not reviewing your cards. If you're not reviewing your cards carefully, it's very easy to miss those. That's what caused it to get a 5. So we get them from that, and then we get maybe the rainbow of grades here, 8, 8.5. So we have a 10, a 9, an 8, and an 8.5, and a 5. Really running the gamut over here. Didn't realize there were this many Trae Youngs. I think Trae is still undervalued. Got Luka PSA 10 coming up next. A bunch of Lukas. SGA. You know, these cards, if you believe in these players, these cards, you don't need them back fast. You know, now it's going to depend on what your liquidity is. It's going to depend on how much money you need to get out of it. One really good thing about PSA is that you don't have to pay up front. So if you're looking at group submissions, you know, I could talk about this all day long. If you're looking at group submissions and somebody's trying to charge you up front, why are you sending them your cards? Why do they need your money? They're not getting charged to the back end. You know, somebody said, oh, it's hard to find somebody to pay sometimes. Figure it out. You know, like, get paid when the grades pop. You also, as a group submitter, it's a cool card. You as a group submitter, you have the cards. If they're not paying you, figure out what to do. You know, we've actually never had anybody not pay. And again, we send in more cards than anybody else. Not close. We send in more cards than anybody else. You know, if somebody is trying to make you pay for the submission prior, they are taking advantage of you. You should not be sending them your cards. You know, I don't care. I mean, I'd prefer you send them to me, but when push comes to shove, I don't care if you do or you choose somebody else. Just choose somebody that's not going to take advantage of you. That's really what I'm trying to tell you. Make sure you're choosing the right person for what you're looking for. Listen, I know I'm not the right person for everybody, but you know, I think I'm right for most people. You know, there's a reason again that we're getting so many cards. Jati Wave, Red Wave, whatever. Zion Silver. We want another big one. Another big cards coming up here. Another big Zion Silver. It's like $1,200, $1,300 I saw one trading for. You know, these are great cards. Again, this was sent in our standard submission. Took about 4 months altogether to get it back. I think that the standard submissions are going to start running 3 to 4 months like that. I hope they don't start going longer than that. In August, they put in a new system to help expedite some of these orders, to help expedite the faster orders for group submissions and big submitters. So in theory, we'll start getting them back a little bit quicker. And I haven't gone through the numbers yet, but a bunch of people in the submission decided that they wanted to send us cards to consign to pay for the submission. So that process is really simple. That process is you reply to the pop email that you get, PSA 10 camo. You reply to the pop email that you get that shows where your grades are, and just send us a list of what you want. Choose option 1 or option 2. Option 1, you don't spend any money at all out of pocket. We run your cards. We send you back any remaining cards at the end of the process. And option 2 is you pay for the whole submission. We send you the cards that you don't want consigned, so you get your cards back immediately. And then we send you the difference after the process is over. These are cool cards. Number to 50, 8 of 50. eBay Kobe 101. Curry, first year Prism. Isn't this cool? You know, getting this is a huge card. Kobe rookies. I mean, this card is 25 years old, still a PSA 9. You could tell it's a centering, right? It's really sharp all around. A little off left to right, so that's why you got the 9 on it. But all together, I mean, you're getting Kobe rookies in here. Got Barry Sanders rookies in here, PSA 9. Got Shaq rookie, PSA 9. This is a fun submission, right? LeBron PSA 6. This is not one that I looked over prior, but I'm sure there's something obvious on it. Looks like there's a little micro crease going through the top of it. Depot. Got our 51-point scorer the other day. Siakam. Luka. Kaboom! Oh, we should drop the bomb on that one, right? How are you? Good, how are you?
Just got these 4 for you today.
All right, 4 more packages just showed up, guys. Thank you.
Quick name for the delivery.
Cohen.
All right.
Thank you.
That.
Don't know what they are. PSA 10. PSA 10 optic. All right. Gonna slide these over. We're halfway through the submission so far. You know, if you guys have any questions, comments, this is what the standard submissions are going to look like. We're going to see a lot of modern cards, a lot of ultra modern cards, a good mix of some nicer older ones. But this is what people sent in for standard. You know, if you have these cards, how are you sending them? Are you going to send them in bulk? Are you going to let somebody get them back before you? What are you going to do? You know, to me with Mosaic, you're sending it in bulk now. When you're talking about something a little bit newer, darken that a little bit. So maybe the newer football cards that you want, if you want to get them back fast and beat the rush, maybe you're looking at Express on those rookies. But with the end of the season coming, I don't know. I guess we talked about baseball, we talked about basketball. I'm sorry, we talked about football, we talked about basketball. So let's talk baseball strategy. Baseball strategy, we're talking low end strategy cards, right? We're not talking about the higher end $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 cards and more. We're talking about the ones that everybody's sending in, right? We're talking about Ronald Acuna update. We're talking about Soto update. We're talking about Tatis, Chrome. Luis Robert. We're talking about all those guys. What are you doing with them? Well, I mean, right now, if you want to get those things back for the season, you got to send them in. You got to send them in standard. If you're not in a rush for them and you think you could wait till the off season, bulk is the way to go. I think it's the wrong time right now to be sending in baseball. Right? Unless you're trying to get it back. Because by the time, if you send in bulk for baseball, you're not getting it back to the end of the year. You're not going to get it back in season. You'll get it back when the buying season ends. Jacob deGrom Rainbow Foil. Red Hot Foil. I have a bunch of blues, a bunch of golds, and a bunch of base. Don't have any Red Hot Foil, so I'm going to probably reach out to the person to try to get that. deGrom. So baseball's a tough one to me. Baseball, you got in July, August, when you start getting your Bowman product and your Top Series 1 and Series 2 products, those are the ones that I would send bulk till you get back the next year, you know? All right. Lindor PSA 9, hope he goes to the Mets. Clevenger PSA 9. Joey Dell Refractor PSA 9, good card there. Walker Buehler, probably the best pitcher on the Dodgers now. Soraka update Chrome rookie auto. All right. Well, we have Acuna up here. All right. So let's talk about Acuna. I personally think that Acuna is completely undervalued right now. If you're looking comparing baseball to basketball and football, it's only going about I think $150 for a PSA 10, and it was over 200 last year, right? So if we're talking about Ronald Acuna, a BGS 9, a raw just did that's bad up. It's US 250. Oh, bad up's just fake advertising on it, right? So $50. PSA 10's 150. PSA 9's $75, right? 185 for a PSA 10, 165, 150. So if I'm somehow sitting on these raw, which I mean there's over 20,000 graded already, so I don't know how many raw are out there. I'm sending these in standard. My prediction, those are gonna be 200 plus in 3 or 4 months. PSA 9's probably gonna be $100 plus. So if you could buy them for $40, $50 raw, and you could send them in, your 9s are gonna break even, and your 10s are gonna be your profit, and that's really the goal. I think he grades out at about a 70 to 75% clip. So if you could still find clean raw at 70 to 75%, you're hitting a home run there, right? Do the math. You send 10 in, say 3 get a 9 and 7 get a 10, right? Break even on 3 plus your cost is 75. So cost is plus 125 times 7, make $1,000. You know, I don't know, making $1,000 by just buying cards. And the best part about it is that if you send them to us to sell them on consignment, you don't do any of the work. You still make about the same amount of money, right? You did no work. All you did was buy cards, fill out a form, and we do the rest, right? We're here to manage your business. That's basically what it comes down to. All right, another reminder, guys, if you're just tuning in, subscribe. Make sure you click the little bell next to it so you get alerts whenever we put a new video up. We are going to be putting videos up almost every day. As long as we get an order back, we're going to make sure we spend the time and get at least one video up so you guys see what's coming in, right? We're also going to start doing more what's in the box videos, so those are going to be outgoing submissions. RJ Barrett shooting variation. I think this is a great buy right now. Don't know what they're going for, but those are great buys. So, like I said, we're gonna do some what's in the box videos, so you guys see what's going out. You know, we have more cards coming here than anywhere else. So if you want to see the cards that are going in, the cards that are coming back, come check out our channel. Check out what we're doing. You'll be able to see more. You'll be more knowledgeable than anybody else out there. You know, we're gonna share that information with you. Again, guys, this was a standard submission. It was a 20-day submission. We sent it out on August 3rd. It got checked in on September 9th, September 4th, I think it was, and it popped in early December, right? So it's like what we're saying, 3 to 4 months. That's what it's going to take for a lot of these orders to come back. You know, don't worry about 20 days. Don't worry about that. Worry about what it says. Worry about standard, right? Worry about the two things you have to really do. You know your time frame, 3 to 4 months. Know your cost and know what you're going to get out of it. 9s are good now. It used to be that 9s would be a loss. 9s are good now. You are breaking even, if not making money with 9s. We're going to have a video out in the next couple of days that's going to start. It's going to be the first of a series of tracking a bunch of cards. And as we go through that and track those cards, you'll see what 9s and 10s are selling for, how many are in the pop report, how many cards are graded a 9 or a 10 for all of these cards that people are sending in quantity. You know, we have one really, really crazy stat that we're going to put out there about a Luis Robert card. It's just Some of these sets, 50, 60%, some of them 70, 80%, some of them 30% are gems. You know, you have to see what the right cards are. And when you're buying, you have to make the informed decision on, listen, if 95% of these cards are coming back a 9 or better, why am I buying a graded one? You know, should I be buying a raw one and just sending them all in to make my money? Or should I avoid this card altogether? You know? When it comes to buying cards, first and foremost, buy what you like. Buy what you enjoy, buy what you understand, buy what you could enjoy looking at, right? Do not buy cards because when you don't know anything about them, because you're just going to start hating them. The Pulsars, these are some of the coolest cards when you're putting them against the light like that. Okay, PSA 9. NBA Finals. So what do we notice here? Prism's coming back. What do we notice here? Mosaic's coming back. You know, we got some cool cards here. We got Ichiro, PSA 9. 20-year-old card, PSA 9. Right? Some soccer's coming back. But the theme here is basketball. Whoever did this, you know, you sent them in July, and you got them back just in time for the new basketball season. Now, you didn't think the basketball season was going to be now. All right. And now the fun of a standard. I didn't even know these cards were in here. 72, Phil Jackson. Look at that stash. That's awesome. This is a really, really nice looking 7. Bird. You know, learn how to time your markets. If you follow the videos that we put out, you'll learn more about timing the markets, have a more up-to-date expectation of when cards are going to come back. You know, if they're coming back in 5 and 6 months now, in a month or two, it's probably going to be 7 or 8 months. That's just what it is. Hopefully the standard speeds up a little bit. I really want that to be 3 months at most. So hopefully that speeds up a little bit. Mattingly rookie. So this is one of the most fake cards of all time. Really clean looking 8 though. Talking about a guy that should be in the Hall of Fame. Jordan, 3rd year PSA 9. Jordan PSA 7. Let's look at them side by side. Centering, much different, right? Look at the difference from the top to bottom there. Right? Centering left to right. Pretty similar. Sharp corners, little extra tag over there on that corner, little ding on that corner. You know, little things add up when you're grading these cards. Pippen rookie. Pippen made Jordan great. Ben Simmons. So that's cool, right? You go from 88 to 2016. You have 72 mixed in there. What a game this guy had last night. Tyler Harrow, PSA 9. Still don't know what to make of Kyler. Every day is different. Makes me want to avoid investing in him now. So we're getting down to the end of it. One more reminder: subscribe, turn on notifications so you see when something posts. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of these videos. We want everybody to be informed of what's going on in the market. We see more cards than anybody else. It's not close. We will be sharing this information with you. You have to subscribe so you can see it. Well, you don't have to, but it makes it a little bit easier to find out when. Started with Jason Dominguez. We're going to end with Jason. Oh, this is the first edition. See, this is first edition there. It's probably a pretty good card. Oh, more mosaic jaw. Ron. Zion. Jaw. PSA 9. Rookies. Olajuwon. sick and tired of people saying Olajuwon's better than Robinson. That's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard in my life. Bron My House. Rui Hachimura. John Morant. Luka PSA 10 second year. Should have bought more of those. I think second year cards are still a value. Magic Pink Swirl numbered out of 11. Mahomey. No big deal. Braun rookie sitting in the back of this order. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. And then first year Prism of Tom Brady. So, guys, again, this was a standard submission, 20-day submission. Took about 3 to 4 months, like we keep on saying. Sent in July, came back in December. That's right. No, sent in August, sorry. Came back in December. You know, if you're sending in these standard submissions now, you're planning for April. You're planning for end of March, I'm sorry. You're planning on these cards being your April cards. If you want to send stuff in for down the road, send football in for bulk. If you want to get stuff back in a month, express, $65 a card. So, again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please put comments below on what you think of the cards, what you'd like to see. We're trying to put out as many videos as we can so you guys see what cards are coming back. Again, video every day that a submission comes back, we will be putting a video out. Every single day that at least one comes back, you will see a video from us. So we do appreciate it. We appreciate everything. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you tomorrow.